So she's already reading your energy, your body language. That's something that she's quite attuned to. Most women are, I should say. Not every. I have a client that his woman is a little daft around emotions, and that's, I think, more
Just like
more the
a little
exception.
daft.
Yeah, more the exception than the rule, certainly. I certainly, through my body language, my tone of voice, the volume of my voice, would try to make a point or share my confusion or push into something. And I didn't realize, and David Data, I was listening this morning, says that most men don't realize when they're hurting or scaring their woman.
Mhm.
And I think that that's a pretty universal thing, especially, I'll say in defense of us guys, especially with social media and sort of cultural norms of any anger being toxic.
Mhm.
That certainly doesn't help the scenario. I think it forces us to feel like we have to shove everything down, and that pushes us toward the nice guy and shoving everything down.
Yeah.
But help us understand what goes on for a woman when we raise our voice or our body language is potentially imposing or intimidating, and how we might be able to differentiate, well, what are we supposed to do? What then are we supposed to do with our anger or our intensity? Or what would our woman, depending on who she is, what would she want us to do? What are we supposed to do? It feels like if we're almost damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Yeah.
So talk with us about that.
Oh, so as you were talking, I was thinking when that intensity is there, let's call it more of like a warrior energy, right? And so when your warrior energy is that we love in you, we appreciate in you, we need in you, is suddenly kind of turned in our direction, it does feel on the other end like um, it's either got to be like a warrior in return, or all of a sudden you, the woman, are the enemy, or um, something's really, really wrong. And um, so I think it's just that kind of shift of, is that energy, is the warrior needed in this moment, or is there a different way that energy might be framed?
So my practice is to is to break eye contact and check in with my breathing, and then take a break if I need to, if I'm not able to really rein that into where I want to be focusing it in a positive way. So what would you say, what's attractive to a woman? Like, it's not the intensity, it's maybe that's directed at her, literally directed at her. Is that what you're
Mm-hmm.
saying? So help the men, right? Like, what does their woman want? Where does she want him to focus his intensity?
Hmm. Well, I hear you speak a lot of, and I hear the gentleman here on this forum talk about, purpose and practice of being present in his body. And so if the energy of intensity is coming out, that's a very different expression than if it's kind of like in a present place inside, or going down to the out the floor through his feet, or up the top of his head. um, does that
So,
resonate?
yeah, and so what I'm hearing is, can he bring that out into the world, or can he use that as more of a spiritual enlightenment for himself, a presence practice for himself, instead of, let's say, playing the victim or firing that at her or trying to judge her?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm
Yes.
hearing? So
Yeah.
either within himself, grounded presence, or movement into the world.
Hmm. Yeah.
Gotcha.